Dear all, welcome to my channel Biology Notes. Today I will discuss about the spermiogenesis process, that is, how a spermatid transforms into a mature sperm in human. Contents of the video include general overview, detailed mechanism of spermiogenesis, and differences between spermatogenesis and spermiogenesis. In the last video of spermatogenesis process, you come to know that the spermatogonial cells undergo mitotic and meiotic cell divisions to produce the spermatids. These spermatids don't get any further cell divisions. Rather, they undergo a remodeling phase. The haploid spermatids undergo a differentiation process that produces mature sperms, which are also haploid. The extensive cell remodeling that occur during differentiation of the spermatid population into mature sperms is known as spermiogenesis or spermateliosis. This remodeling phase is not so simple. There are huge changes occur during this process that I will discuss now. This is a diagram showing this spermiogenesis process. The process consists of 4 phases: Golgi phase, cap phase, acrosome phase, and maturation phase. First, the Golgi phase. This is a newly formed spermatid. It is almost perfectly spherical in shape. The diameter is 7 to 8 micrometer. It contains a nucleus, well-developed Golgi apparatus, centrosome, mitochondria, etc. Small vesicles containing the Pas-positive granules of the Golgi get fused. The granules are called proacrosomal granules and rich in glycoproteins. The centrioles start to migrate to a position beneath the nucleus that is opposite the acrosomal vesicle. Vesicle fusion continues until a large acrosomal vesicle is formed. The vesicle contains a dense acrosomal granules. The position of the acrosomal vesicle determines the anterior pole of the developing sperm. The centrioles are arranged in such a way that one centriole present near the nucleus called proximal centriole. The second centriole present little further known as distal centriole. The proximal centriole will give rise to the attachment point of the tail. The distal centriole will give rise to the developing axoneme inside the cytoplasm of the spermatid. Second phase or cap phase. In this phase, the acrosomal vesicle flattens and begins to spread over the nucleus. The Golgi migrates toward the caudal part of the cell. The distal centriole forms the axoneme or flagellum that projects away from the nucleus toward the lumen of the seminiferous tubule. Finally, the acrosomal vesicle spreads over the anterior half of the nucleus. This reshaped structure is called acrosomal cap. This cap-like acrosomal vesicle consists of an outer acrosomal membrane, an inner acrosomal membrane, and the acrosomal contents. The acrosome is a specialized type of lysosome containing hydrolytic enzyme, mainly hyaluronidase, and a trypsin-like protease called acrosin. The nuclear content also condenses. Such high condensation of nuclear DNA is achieved by the presence of small, highly basic proteins called protamines. Third phase or acrosome phase. The nucleus begins to elongate. The acrosome eventually covers the majority of the anterior nucleus. Head becomes deeply embedded in the Sertoli cell. The developing flagellum extends into the lumen of the seminiferous tubule. The cytoplasm starts to displace posteriorly. The cytoplasmic microtubules become organized into a cylindrical sheath known as manchitti. It extends from the posterior rim of the acrosome toward the posterior pole of the spermatid. This manchitti is a temporary structure and assists in elongation process to form the tail of the sperm. The centrioles, which had earlier initiated the development of the flagellum, now move back to the posterior surface of the nucleus, and the immature centriole becomes attached to a shallow groove in the nucleus. They are then modified to form the connecting piece or neck region of the developing sperm. Another higher order septine cytoskeletal structure known as annulus starts to arrange. It is a ring-shaped structure, and at the end it takes its position beneath the plasma membrane that connects the midpiece and principal piece of sperm flagellum. Notice that all components of the developing spermatid are completely surrounded by plasma membrane. Fourth phase or maturation phase. The plasma membrane moves posteriorly to cover the growing flagellum. The manchitti disappears. The mitochondria migrate from the rest of the cytoplasm to form a tight, helically wrapped sheath around the coarse fibers in the neck region and its immediate posterior extension. This region is the middle piece of the tail of the sperm. The postnuclear cap is formed from the manchitti microtubules. Annulus forms the juncture between the middle piece and the principal piece. The excess cytoplasm, also termed as residual body, is reduced by the phagocytosis of the Sertoli cells. The intercellular bridges that have characterized the developing gametes since the spermatocyte stages remain with the residual bodies. Spermatids are no longer attached to each other and are released from the Sertoli cells. Finally, this kind of mature sperms are produced. This mature sperm has head, neck, midpiece, tail, and end piece. I will discuss the structure of a mature sperm in upcoming video. So this is all about the detailed mechanism of spermiogenesis process. So from the last video of spermatogenesis and today's video of spermiogenesis, I hope you can understand the basic differences between the two processes. Though I have tabulated some important differences between them for your better understanding. Spermatogenesis is the whole process of the production of mature sperms from the primordial germ cells. Spermiogenesis is the final differentiation phase of spermatogenesis, where mature spermatozoa are produced from immature spermatids. In spermatogenesis, the number of cells that are capable of differentiating into spermatozoa is increased in early stages. In spermiogenesis, no changes in the number of cells occur. In spermatogenesis, diploid germ cells become haploid gametes. Spermiogenesis occurs in haploid cells, thus no changes in the amount of genetic material. In spermatogenesis, 4 functional spermatozoa are produced from one spermatogonium. One spermatozoon is produced from one spermatid in spermiogenesis. The phases of spermatogenesis are spermatogonial phase, spermatocyte phase, and spermatid phase. The phases of spermiogenesis are Golgi phase, cap phase, acrosome phase, and maturation phase. So this is all about the spermiogenesis process. If you have any query, please write in the comment section. Subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get notifications of new videos. Like and share. Stay with us. Keep watching. Thank you.